Hi, this is Emma Ball with Big Picture CPA, and in this video we're going to discuss how you're probably duplicating income.
Hi. So one of the things that we've said that we say all the time to photographers when we talk to them, and I talk to a lot of them, is that when you started your business, you did it because you know that you're amazing at presenting people with images of their wedding, of themselves, of their family, of bands when you're following them around tour so that they can put on their website, commercial photography, whatever it is that you do, you are passionate about that and you enjoy doing it and you're good at it. Really, really sucks when you are bad at something. And as organized as you might be, accounting is hard. And there are some dangers, some pitfalls that you might not even realize are there. I had a really close friend. She's still a really close friend, but she came to us in early 2019 in January. We were going to start doing her bookkeeping for the year, every month for the year. And when we were looking at it, we realized that she was duplicating her income. How can that be? Don't you know how much is coming in every month, how much is going out every month, or at the end of the year? You could be like, oh, I definitely didn't make $40,000. I thought I only made around 20. Like, that's a big jump. Here's how it happened. And the reason we want to tell you about it is because it can happen to you without you knowing. This girl, she was checking her profit and loss every month or so and was just making sure that she was keeping up with it. And then at the end of the year would go and give her tax preparer her profit and loss and her balance sheet. What she didn't know about was undeposited funds. So she used Square along with QuickBooks. She recorded all of her invoices in QuickBooks so that she could see potential money coming up, seeing anything that was overdue, all of that. And whenever she would get a payment from someone on Square, she would record the payment. So let's say Jane Smith paid her $2,000 for a session. So she would have an invoice for $2,000, and then she would mark it as paid $2,000 on 6/24. Okay, so she marked that as paid, payment of $2,000, which is what she got in Square. What QuickBooks then would do is put it into undeposited funds, which is correct. Undeposited funds is a account, it's a holding account. It's kind of like a cash drawer. When you collect checks, okay, if you've ever run a cash register for anyone, when you collect checks, you put them in your drawer, and then at the end of the day, you make a deposit to the bank account, or at the end of the week, or however frequently you need to do it. So undeposited funds is kind of like that. When she received that payment, it didn't automatically go into her bank account. It would go in later. The problem is Square recorded that payment and then subtracted, let's say, $100 for fees. So then when the payment came in on the bank feed, it was for $1,900, and it had nothing to match up to in undeposited funds. The way QuickBooks works is that $2,000 is in undeposited funds because it's a payment that was made. When it clears your bank, QuickBooks will match it up, and it'll be like, oh, there's a $2,000. I bet you it's this because it's dated on 6/25, and you received this payment on 6/24, so that makes sense. That's it. It can't match up to something that doesn't match up. So Square was taking out the fees beforehand. When I explained this to a lot of photographers, you could just hear this aha moment, this light bulb. How do you fix it? It depends on what third-party software you're using. There's HoneyBook, Stripe, PayPal, again, Square, so many of them, and it just kind of depends. So we're going to try and do videos for each one. But in this instance, because it was Square, what she had to do was go in and add a line that said merchant fees minus $100, and then guess what, in that payment, and then it would match up. And that's what you want. So what was causing the duplication was that she had the $2,000 sitting in there as income in undeposited funds, but also sitting in there in the $1,900 as coming in through the bank account. So you want to make sure that you're looking at all of this. And then when you see issues like that, or when you're not sure what it is, research it. It does take a lot of time. And again, you weren't made to be an accountant. And as organized as you might be, things like this come up. That's why we're here. So before we get the videos out, if for some reason you don't find a video that kind of fits with you, or if you just don't want to wait for all of them to come out, feel free to book a time with me. I can chat with you for 15-20 minutes and address your specific problem, and also explain kind of why maybe outsourcing that is a good deal. The friend that I was referring to started by outsourcing her editing and her hair and makeup, and then was like, this also takes a lot of energy. It drains me and I don't want to do it, but I want to know that it's handled and being taken care of correctly. And so she came to us and we were able to help. So any way that we can help, we're here to help. The next one we'll do is PayPal, because PayPal will link to QuickBooks Online. And that sometimes causes issues too. So we've seen it everywhere we also have our main brand, which is Jordan CPA Services. And there we work with a few nonprofits and other bigger businesses. And we've seen their PayPal payments come through and just kind of throw things off. And having someone that actually understands what's going on is really helpful. So you might research it, you might be able to see what's going on, but then how do you fix it? In her case, we fixed it with a journal entry for the previous year. She amended her 2017 tax return, got some money back. Her 2018 tax return was correct because we caught it when she was preparing to get that filed. And then, of course, 2019, we've been keeping up with it and check in every month and make sure that we know what's going on and that issue isn't happening anymore. So it's really great to have someone kind of looking out for you and also explain it to you in a way where you're like, oh, that's what happened. So again, we are here. Whatever you need, feel free to send an email, give us a call. See you next time. Should I just do like a YouTube thing where I'm like, subscribe below or something like that? Doesn't feel right. I hate being on video, and I like to thank my boss for making me do this.